Welcome back to Ispire Sessions. I am your host, Luna Stour, Chief Impact Officer at Ispire. I am joined today by the ineffable Eric Theise of Cali Heights. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yee. So tell us about your past life. What happened before you got into cannabis?
Well, for the longest time, I was running a bar in Panama. After I decided it was time to come back to the United States, I got back into finance and quickly found an opportunity in cannabis and moved to Oakland.
Yes, the epicenter of where it all started. People forget. If you don't know, look into it. Oakland was the start. And why Cali Heights? Why, at the time that it was starting, why was it such an important brand and what helped it, move through?
Well, I started with Bloom Farms first in 2013, and I learned the industry and took my knocks there. And after...
And that was what, like 2015?
We officially launched in 14.
Yep.
And went live, and I was there for a little over 4 years, and got to see everything happen in California cannabis, which was wonderful. Meet all the industry players at the time, and learn everything that I have to learn.
And that's when we met.
That's right.
Selling cartridges. 10 years ago it's been, almost.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably exactly. 2014 would be my guess.
And then Cali Heights was born.
And Cali Heights is born. Cali Heights is also coming up on its 4th year. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Which in cannabis years is, 4 decades.
It seems that way sometimes. Yes. And Cali Heights is, been all-encompassing, and it's been a hit since day one. So knock on wood.
We absolutely love it. Thank you so much for being one of our first. You have been a client since day one. You're super close friends with all of us at this point now. Shout out to Jeff, our Chief Experience Officer, who brought you back into my life after the first time that we met, and you've just been essential to the growth of our family. So thank you so much. And it's such a fun piece, right? Because you were the first ones to do the Ispire ONE custom mold, the first to go to market with that. Which is super exciting. This is, the all-in-one system. If you guys don't know, we have a capless system. So no popping, no clogging, no leaking anymore. We've eliminated a lot of those problems that we've seen in the industry. And Eric took us on in the early days. And what's that been like going to market? And
that's been a blast. I think I started with Ispire when you had your first cartridge. I was the first cannabis company to use your cartridge.
Iconic.
Yeah, I think I was the first cannabis company to use any disposable, and certainly the first to use the custom mold or create a custom mold with your team, as well as use the machine, which I now have one of your Ispire ONE machines, not only here in California, but in New Jersey, filling these things up.
Nice. Yeah. So what does that look like? So are you currently producing the oil and filling them in each state?
So we do A to Z here in California. In New Jersey, we have a manufacturing partner, and it's their business. So we're their joint venture. So we supply the marketing material, we supply how we fill and what type of oil we want in there, and kind of to our standards.
Of course, yeah, you have to.
And then they fill it. They are selling it. These are going to the customers and stores that they have relationships with.
That's fabulous. Congratulations on your East Coast launch.
Thank you.
And how many stores are you in, and where can people find Cali Heights vapes?
California, we're in 65 stores right now.
Wow.
And that's about 50 different partners. Some have 2 or 3 stores, from San Diego to Mendocino.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we're everywhere. We have in every major city, we have premier partners as well as stores that carry our everything, our flagship product, the Cali, as well as our cartridges and our disposables down the line.
Nice. And where in LA can folks find you?
In Venice. We love, because we're in Venice now, we love pointing out in Venice. We right down the street. Green Goddess is right here.
We love Green Goddess. Support Green Goddess.
Love Green Goddess right down the street. On Lincoln, if you go the other way, is Wheelhouse. They run a wonderful store and support us very well there as well. So
Nice. Shout out Wheelhouse.
Yeah.
What's your favorite product?
That we make. I'm a big fan of the Cali. I like distillate oils. I mean, we do live resin as well as distillate, and I like distillate. I like the feeling distillate gives me. It's more head high. It's more the same every single time you do it. You can keep pulling on it all day long, and it's going to take you back to that same place. So personally, I enjoy, anything that we make that's distillate based. Everything we do is 100% cannabis. So it's going to have a sativa or an indica or whatever you're smoking or vaping. No matter the strain, you're going to have a similar effect each time you do it.
Nice.
So it's much more predictable.
Yeah.
So
That's
knowing
huge.
what I have planned for the next hour or 3 hours of my day, I choose a distillate generally. So if I want to go for a run, I'm choosing something that I know is going to get me in the right headspace to go for a run. If I'm looking to watch a movie, walk the dog, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's replicable and reliable. I mean, that's when we're talking about scaling and actually growing this industry. That's one thing we don't talk about is the lack of reliability, that when you're trying different products, it's always a different experience. Most new users are not comfortable with that. They know that when they're taking any other kind of substance, what a glass of beer or wine does to them, a couple of Advil does to them. But, every time they hit something different from, in the industry, it's really important to have that kind of that fallback. If we want to make sure that like safety, emotional and physical safety is key.
We see that at the dispensary level, particularly with an older crowd, that they come in for a specific product that has worked for them once and they stick with that. It's very, very difficult.
They're like the only loyal part of the market.
Right. It's hard to get them to try something new. Very, very prevalent when it comes to gummy or edibles, I should say. They found something that worked, and even if it was the first thing they tried, that's all they come back for. So that's great. That's why it's wonderful coming up with something so unique that we can get it into more people's hands that normally wouldn't try it, and hopefully they like it.
Word. And being in the impact space and having social justice and cause-based initiatives being super central to my role personally, but also to Ispire's mission. Can you talk a little bit about what you've done, just you personally in the industry and or through Cali Heights to give back and really talk about how, this was a movement based on, rights and medical access and all these things, and just give back and compassion, because really we're standing on the shoulders of a compassionate activist system, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so my first introduction to cannabis in California, the company I worked for was a giving company. For every product we sold, we gave a meal away. And that was my first experience working for any company that was so forward with social action, with, let's help while we're going up, let's take somebody with us, or let's take people with us. So that that's the springboard for what Cali Heights does. Cali Heights does oils, and that's what we focus on. So our compassion program is giving away oils. They're our version of RSO, which is a full spectrum oil. We do them in syringes, in a plain packaging. They do not say Cali Heights on them. The oil is just called CH cannabis oil, and that's how we produce it. That's how we package it. So we're not looking. Yeah, we're not looking for recognition for it.
No. Well, real compassion is selfless, right? This isn't about. It's not a PR push.
Correct.
It's because you care.
Correct. And as the brand, the end user for us is the one who deserves to get it without any question, and we're giving them to the dispensaries to give away how they see fit. So
it's wonderful.
Every dispensary does something different with it. Not every dispensary takes advantage of it, but this is what's available. We always have them available. And we see different communities take advantage of it more than others. I've noticed Sacramento, for instance. We've got quite a few dispensaries up there who get our syringes to give out, and they're doing a Weed for Warriors campaign. They've got, cancer, I would say cancer awareness, but they've got the patients that are coming in specifically to treat specific things that a syringe can help with. So it's not always getting high. A lot of times people are putting this on their skin. It helps with eczema on the outside. And a lot of times people are using it just to, if they're very sensitive skin to the touch, also dumbs it down a little bit.
Wow.
As well as using it as a ingestible.
That's a lesser known usage of the full spectrum cannabis oil. That's fabulous. Yeah, for those who don't know, full spectrum cannabis oil has been proven anecdotally to help prevent the growth of cancer and actually kill cancerous cells as well if it's done in the correct protocol. So this is life-saving campaigns that you're working on. Thank you so much.
It's one formula. And it doesn't help everybody.
Right.
There are plenty of people that have tried it. It doesn't do anything for them. My father is one of them. I got my father to try it to hopefully stimulate appetite, because we've had a lot of reports that it helps stimulate appetite.
The munchies.
Yeah, it helps. Didn't work for my dad, but the fact that he tried it, you know after 2 or 3 weeks if it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
So
bless you for doing that work. Thank you so much for joining us today. And where can folks find you if they want to keep up with your story and what you're working on?
Well, I would jump on the internet. I would start with caliheights.com or, cali.heights on Instagram. Follow us, follow Ispire. We're here all the time. When you throw events, we're here to support.
You guys do. Yeah, we're a real community. This isn't something that's just, a lot of things in cannabis feel very thrown together and, not so thoughtful. I think we're here for the long game, and it's beautiful to have partners that understand that and are committed to this, because it's bigger than just business, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for the fancy handshake.
And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We have a lot more sessions coming up, and we'd love you to join.
What would you like to, if you could do anything, Eric, what would it be? Well, we're Cali Heights, so if I could make a device in the shape of California, that'd be really cool. And they're like, well, I think we could probably do that. But it's a long and drawn out process. Let's sit down and come up with a calendar of, how that's going to play out, and if this is something you want to commit to. Because it was the first time anybody's ever done anything other than the mold they have for whatever it is, their main device. So when any company goes from long and thin device like this to a square little box, they're making a commitment. That's the new thing. It's like building a car. Once you decide on the form of the car, that's it. We did 3D printer version. Every step along the way kept becoming more real, and poof, it's real.